Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today we want to talk about something that's been blowing up on the internet recently, a story about Lego.
This man spent his life collecting what's now known as the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection ever. It's estimated to be worth around $200,000. And then the entire thing got stolen, and the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing up. But the craziest part is that the collector doesn't even know that his collection's been stolen. Yeah, the collector's son, Brian, well, he reached out to me because he has no clue how to break this news to his dad. The reason he's reaching out to me is because the police are covering this entire thing up. And at this moment, I promised Brian that I would not end this video until I get his entire world record Star Wars collection back.
The reason we'd like to talk about this, I haven't seen a corporate corruption thing this far into the limelight with people this passionate.
This is what I was hoping would occur with our case once we get going on it, which we haven't made much effort whatsoever.
But for those of you who haven't heard about this yet, if you'd like to learn about it, there's a plethora of great videos out there that can cover it at greater length and in greater detail and better quality than we could possibly hope to.
By the biggest YouTubers on.
Oh yeah. First and foremost, watch Reckless Ben's videos. He's the one that basically started this whole thing and propelled it into fame. Penguin Z0, better known as Moist Critical, does a lot of good stuff. So does CoffeeZilla.
He's always fun to watch anyway.
Oh yes.
His way with words.
I think this is now the 4th video in 3 days I have made on this massive Lego scandal, but I can't help it. This is one of the crazier stories I think I've ever covered.
And there's also a plethora of legal channels that are now picking up on this story too and giving theirs 2 cents.
Over 17.3 million views on YouTube. That's how many people have watched the Reckless Ben videos about Bricks and Minifigs before and since the judge ordered those videos taken down.
$200,000 Lego dispute.
We're here to talk about the parallels between our case and this one.
UPS knowingly took advantage of the trust my wife and I, and by extension our small company linentablecloth.com gave UPS. For over a decade we shipped through UPS exclusively, spent over $20 million with them. They professed to have our back, said that they were our business partner, yet they betrayed us by knowingly overbilling our family business by over $2 million. We were overcharged on inflated package sizes and weights. We were double billed on packages we sent to Amazon when Amazon had already paid UPS for the shipping costs, and we were even charged for packages that UPS never even received or shipped.
And kind of outstretch a hand to some of those people that we mentioned before that are covering this, and we'd like to get into contact with them if possible. But first and foremost, the thing that I think is best about this case in regards to our specific situation is that it gives me hope. Hope a lot that this media thing, you know, that a couple people who go online and do a good job can actually make a huge difference.
Yeah, so there's some parallels between the two cases. The Bricks and Minifigs, Reckless Ben ran into all kinds of stonewalling. He got arrested twice by the American Fork Police Department. So, you know, the justice system didn't really help much. And we experienced that as well in our UPS case. A lot of things that you would go, what?
We're going to book you back into the jail, okay? The creation of the GoFundMe, right? We're blasting this person all over saying, hey, he's...
So creating the GoFundMe was illegal?
When I asked the detective how creating a GoFundMe was probable cause to send me to jail, this was his response.
A lot of this stuff you may have to just get an attorney and fight it in the criminal side of court, right?
Okay, should I go back?
Yeah, go ahead and stand up. I got an officer right here that's going to get his cuffs for you.
Isn't the justice system to seek justice and truth? No.
Not at all.
Not at all. And that's what Ben ran into.
And we don't say that in any fear-mongering kind of way. It's just, it's a reality of the situation so much as the sun sets over there.
I like the episode where he's like, so there's a warrant out for my arrest. Again.
The judge approved it that I will have no bail, and I am now a physical threat to Josh, the person the police are protecting. So basically, at any moment now, I could be arrested without bail for some mystery crime. There really is only one thing that I can do now.
Well,
I'm in Mexico now.
Gives me a lot of hope though. The parallel you talked about before with the legal system about our UPS case is that I was almost treated like a conspiracy theorist. They're just bleeding you dry and they're doing that maliciously. Nah, you're looking into it too much. But this BAM thing has really blown that out of the water for me. I had doubts about whether or not that was genuinely something that people would do consciously, like these big corporations. And if you go and watch other videos, you'll see quite literally just blatant threats, addressed as threats by the people saying it themselves, by BAM, telling people, if you go into litigation with us, if you try to sue us, we're gonna drag it out so long that you're not gonna get any money from this. You're just gonna lose out.
He has not been paid his percentage yet, and if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
So I went down to the store, brought a copy of the contract. We're like, you need to let me in back and let me see the sets that you still have. All you have to do is let me in back. We can go that route or we can go to court. And the guy just looks at me, crosses his arms and goes, let me tell you what's gonna happen. If we go to court, we're gonna drag this thing out so long and you're gonna end up spending so much more money than your collection is ever worth or what you ever would have gotten on it, that it ain't worth it, man.
As far as I know, Bricks and Minifigs has threatened to do that with multiple people. The previous franchise owner and Ben himself and the Mansells, the original owners of the Lego.
Been sued for defamation for using that word, theft, and I don't know why else they're suing him for that, but they're trying to use the scorched earth tactic, which I think is stupid.
And
same thing we experienced with UPS.
It just seems that Bricks and Minifigs has significantly less tact.
But what's satisfying for me is lately the owners of Bricks and Minifigs have been doing media tours. They've gone on Fox, they did interviews with CoffeeZilla, trying to do some damage control, but they're actually making it worse.
My name is Ammon McNeff. I am the CEO of the Bricks and Minifigs brand.
For $200,000 worth of Legos, why did you guys do this to your corporation? Why not just be honest?
I'll speak to that a little bit. I've seen some of that even in the UPS case.
We're past the litigation, so.
The more you get the other side to speak, the more they trip over themselves. It seems like an inevitability. So that gives us hope that this whole court of public opinion media...
And we'll be doing soon.
Yes. We are very hopeful to see that it works now, because regardless of whether or not Bricks and Minifigs can pull off a win legally, whether or not they have law enforcement in their pocket, the truth of the matter is their business cannot run anymore.
It's severely damaged. And one of the YouTubers, Steven Song, I think, who covered it, he brought up a kind of a parallel thing with the documentary called Blackfish, was about SeaWorld and how the orcas were mistreated, but one of them kind of went nuts and actually killed a couple of people. But anyway, the long and short of it, it debuted at Sundance, and then 20 to 30 million people saw it, because I think Netflix picked it up. It had a devastating effect on SeaWorld. The first year after that doc came out, SeaWorld's stock price plunged by 33%.
Holy.
Their attendance dropped off tremendously, and they still, to this day, have not recovered all the way from that. So that's the power of mass media and telling the truth.
When done
and
right,
UPS, this is coming for you soon.
For any of those watching and who feel inclined, please reach a hand out to any YouTubers that you find interesting on this subject and pitch them our idea. Of course, humbly, and don't step over too many lines, but we would love to get into contact with some of these people, because we feel that this corporate corruption narrative is really becoming more prevalent on media, and people are really soaking it up. They want to find it. We could not ask for a better movement in the people for our cause, and specifically our case.
And nobody wants to live in a world where liars and cheaters and thieves can get away with it.
My name is Jack Conti, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Patreon. On May 29th, Patreon received an official takedown request filed by Bricks and Minifigs. for media and accounts related to Reckless Ben.
I think everybody wants to see truth and justice prevail.
This is the request for immediate content removal pursuant to temporary restraining order.
Unfortunately, the only way to get them to behave is to hit them in their pocketbooks and to shame them.
So after an extensive review and investigation by Patreon's Trust and Safety team, we have in fact unfortunately determined that Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it. We're keeping Ben's page up. And if Bricks and Minifigs doesn't like that, they can sue us. Patreon out.
So kudos to you, Reckless Ben. Looks like you've been going through a lot of hell, but you've actually got some results. And
a lot of results.
I am glad there are people like you that are willing to take the risk and do what is right. You have a lot of support. If God forbid you ever see this or hear of us, just know that we appreciate what you did in that Bricks and Minifigs case.